trail up Dog Mountain. I'm in the big meadow area near the top of Dog Mountain. It is 9:23 a.m. Pacific Daylight Saving Time on Thursday, May 18th, 2017. I am right now facing roughly southeast to Oregon side. As you can see, most of the snow is gone. And near the very top there, like where those radio towers are, there's still obviously a little bit of snow. And then of course down there below, that's Interstate 84, hardly any snow on that. And then I think that's the town of Stevenson over there. I think I see the Willamette Queen, or whatever you call that, stern wheeler over there, still docked there. Now I'm heading up the meadow. Here's the trail, obviously. No, it is on both sides of the meadow, especially the left side right now, or both sides of the trail. Anyway, there's lots and lots of flowers everywhere. This is mid-May, so it's definitely spring. Come up here in the winter, there'd definitely be snow. It's steep enough, I would not recommend coming up here in the snow. It rained, I think, just a couple days ago, so the trail is still a bit muddy. So, yeah, if you haven't come up here yet, go ahead and wait a bit longer and the trail will be drier. I don't know how much longer the flowers will be blooming, though. It seems to be a little bit different every year, just depending on how cold the winter was, how fast spring warms up. Some sort of bird there. Lots of maple trees up here. Some smaller plants I don't recognize. Got a lot of flowers here. Looks like they haven't bloomed yet, so maybe I should come back again in a couple weeks. Of course, this hike is much more enjoyable in sunny weather. Notice since it's a weekday, so early in the morning, only a few people visible ahead of me. When I got here, I think it was about 8 a.m. I think there were less than a dozen vehicles in the parking lot. Obviously, you've come here around noon on a Saturday. You have nobody but yourself to blame if you can't find a parking space. Notice they have gravel down here. I'm not sure if that's been added to control erosion or if it really was naturally rocky here. I think that might be why there's no trees up here, because it's so rocky. I'm not sure. Obviously, you can see at the very top, there are trees growing up here. So it's not like the elevation is too high for trees or anything like that. The loose rocks, though, make it a little bit tricky. Gotta watch, don't roll one away. I like coming up here this early, too, because I got the sun behind me. Makes for nice lighting. The wind is picking up. Obviously, in the Columbia Gorge, especially near the top of a hill, can be very windy. Today is actually below average wind for the gorge. It's nice and warm too. Feels like it's got to be at least 60 degrees. Next week's supposed to be hot. Glad I beat that. Notice where those people are, how rocky it is. Very steep. I came up here in the winter one time. There's some nice icicles hanging from those rocks. Obviously, it could be a bit dangerous coming up here. Personally, I think the Oregon side is a lot more dangerous for hiking. Very steep over there. But yeah, let me pan down. See those rocks. That's nice lighting. Afternoon, probably be in the shade. Not quite as pretty. something weird. Looking up in the meadow through all these flowers. Excuse me. It's like one little tree in the middle. It looks like a lot of people, they've resisted the temptation to go out there on the meadow and trample it. So the plants are in good shape. I've seen places like this, people take shortcuts on the trail and stuff. They end up trampling it, make it look like a big spider web. Of course, once it looks like that, nobody feels guilty about using those trails, so they never get a chance to go back. Forest Park in Portland area, that's really torn up. I'll just slow down here a second, not because I'm tired, of course, but look down. So here's some of those rocks, but on the other side of the meadow, looks like there's some darker brown flower type plants. Can't tell if those are flowers or just stems. My eyeballs aren't that good. But here we are looking back at the trail. See, it's not particularly flat. Zigzags up and down, but boy, it sure is pretty. I hear a lot of birds down there in the trees. All right, I think I'm gonna go ahead and take a break in the video for now. I'll start it again if I see anything interesting.